Welcome to section 2 of module 5, the 6 core biases of conversion, human shortcuts that drive yes. And y'all, just so you know, you may notice that some of this stuff is repetitive, and it's because it is repetitive. It ties into a lot of the same principles. So you may hear me say something more than once, but it's because it pertains to whatever I'm talking about. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So to get started, the brain is designed to conserve energy. It doesn't want to overthink decisions. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'm not trying to overthink if I don't need to. So it uses shortcuts called cognitive biases to make fast judgments. I had never heard of those before until I did my research, and they are pretty interesting. So these biases aren't flaws, they're built in mechanisms that help us decide quickly. And when you understand them, you can align your marketing with how the brain already wants to say yes. So let's go ahead and break down the 6 core biases that drive conversion. Number one, the familiarity bias. I trust what I recognize. The brain loves patterns. When something feels familiar, it feels safe. That's why consistency matters more than creativity. Use repeatable phrases, colors, and themes. When your brand feels predictable, people's brains relax, and relaxed brains buy. Y'all, branding is so important. If someone can look at your profile and recognize it just by the brand, like you know you've won. So keep doing whatever you're doing. Number two, the authority bias. If they sound confident, they must know. People trust voices of certainty. It's not about bragging, it's about conviction. When you speak decisively, use confident tone and communicate like someone who knows their lane, the authority bias kicks in. Your audience will borrow your confidence until they build their own. Number three, the social proof bias. If others trust it, I can too. Y'all, we look to others for safety signals. What are other people doing? Because if other people are doing it, then I mean, it must be okay for me to do it. So, testimonials, screenshots, even phrases like hundreds of students have done this tap into this bias. You're not just showing proof, you're giving their brain permission to believe. And I don't know about y'all, but anytime I want to look up a product or like for example, if there's something on Amazon that I want to buy, I'm always going to look at the reviews because I care what people think before I commit and buy. Number four, the reciprocity bias. You've given me value, so I want to give back. When you give generously, whether through teaching, free value, or insight, the human brain naturally wants to reciprocate. That's why authentic generosity converts better than scarcity. When people feel they've gained from you before buying, their yes feels like balance, not risk. That's where these sneak peeks are going to come in. And the freebies that we give out for the courses, that's what's going to tap into the reciprocity bias. Number five, the scarcity bias. If it's rare, it must be valuable. The brain is wired to fear loss more than it desires gain. And I know we mentioned that earlier in the course, but it's so true. That's why limited offers, countdowns, or only X spots left work, but they only work ethically when the scarcity is real. Artificial urgency destroys trust. Genuine scarcity builds decisiveness. Number six, the liking bias. I buy from people who feel like me. We're more easily persuaded by people who mirror our values, tone, or humor. That's why personality based branding is powerful. It's not about being liked, it's about being relatable. When your message feels aligned with your audience's identity, buying feels like belonging. Okay, so when you start to understand these 6 biases, persuasion stops being random. You start predicting behavior before it happens, not manipulating, but aligning with how people naturally think and feel. The key is to use these principles with integrity. You're not exploiting psychology, you're respecting it. You're helping your audience make a decision that already feels true for them. And that is key.